Hello world, my name is Dylan Avila. I'm here on behalf of TOTsports. Check it out on Twitter, give us a follow. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Twitter, my personal account, Dylan Avila 92. That's Dylan with an I, not a Y. Don't forget it. There's just a few things I just want to talk about quickly that's going on in the world of hockey right now. Dion Phanuef recently just got signed to a 7-year contract for $7 million per year. People say Phaneuf's not a number one defenseman. Phaneuf can't play the number one role, all this and all that. People can argue that until they're blue in the face. But in reality, Dion Phaneuf is the number one defenseman for the Toronto Maple Leafs. With the salary cap going up to $71 million per year for each team next year, he'll be making less than 10% of the team's annual salary cap, and that's a very good deal for someone who logs 25 minutes per game, 25 plus actually, can play power play, penalty killing, goes up against the opposition's number one line. I think people got to stop putting a lot of pressure on Dion Phaneuf and maybe focus on his partner in Carl Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson is not a number one defenseman role. He should be playing in the 3-4 spot easily. Toronto just doesn't have the depth or those type of defensemen to have a partner for Phaneuf. Phaneuf's been doing a fantastic job this year, and if as long as he continues this moving into next year and for the rest of the season, I think that contract will put a lot of critics to sleep and allow Phaneuf to play his game. Just leave him alone for a bit. He's playing fantastic this year, so there's not too much to argue about right now with that. Canada roster. Canada tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific time will announce the roster going into Sochi Olympics in February. Goaltenders haven't changed too much. You still got Roberto Luongo, Carey Price, and Mike Smith as the number 3 goaltender. That could change as the tournament begins on how they play. I think Luongo will be that number 1 goaltender. He hasn't really shown why he can't play the number 1 role. So I think it's going to be his to lose moving forward, especially because he played in the 2010 Olympics and won gold. But don't count out Carey Price, because Carey Price, you know what he's been doing in Montreal, playing great, great hockey. Vezina Trophy numbers moving forward for Carey Price. A little bit on the forward situation. Why is Chris Kunitz on Team Canada? Why is Chris Kunitz being considered for Team Canada? Probably because he's 5th in scoring in the NHL. That's irrelevant right now. He's playing with Sidney Crosby. You saw what happened with Sidney Crosby and Chris Kunitz in the Boston series last year in the Eastern Conference Final. They both got shut down, put to sleep, nothing. Boston absolutely dominated. So if Boston can do it, why can't Team Russia? Why can't Team USA do it, who's going to have better players than Boston will? I'm not saying Chris Kunitz is a bad player, but I think if there's players who can produce more than Chris Kunitz can with Sidney Crosby, like Claude Giroux, Steven Stamkos, Logan Couture, Corey Perry of the Ducks, there's a bunch of players I think have a higher skill set than Chris Kunitz that could elevate that Sidney Crosby can make a lot better, and Sidney Crosby can also benefit from it also. Rick Nash is being considered. I was watching TSN earlier this morning, and they had Rick Nash as a third-line right winger. Why is Rick Nash a third-line right winger? In 26 games played this year, he has 16 points. He's not producing the type of points Rick Nash is known for producing. You have players like Martin St. Louis of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Stevie Y is picking the Team Canada roster. He will announce it. And he watches St. Louis on a regular day basis, and he is just lighting it up. He was playing phenomenal with Steven Stamkos before Stamkos went down. Stamkos goes down to a broken leg, and St. Louis just carries Tampa Bay on their back. In 42 games this year, he has 36 points. Playing stellar. I think he should be the guy in that spot for Rick Nash. Rick Nash is a big body, but Martin St. Louis is a veteran. He's got the speed on an Olympic-sized ice that's obviously going to benefit in that situation. Plus, he has a lot of hockey smarts, and he's been around a long time. He knows what it's been. He's been to the Olympics. He knows what it takes to win hockey games. Other than that, I saw some more players like Matt Duchene. I think Matt Duchene's a fantastic player. He can be on that team. Logan Couture was there. Corey Perry. People want to see Joe Thornton there because he leads the NHL in assists. Joe Thornton's fantastic. He's a great hockey player, can play power play, great in the face-off circle, leads the NHL in assists, as I just mentioned. But I think the speed that the Olympics will be having will take away from the skill set that Joe Thornton has. He's not as quick as he is. He's not as quick as he used to be, or as quick as other players with a big ice and teams like Russia where you got to put up with Ovechkin and Kovalchuk. I don't think in Malkin, I don't think Joe Thornton will benefit too much from in that type of game style than he is right now. That's all I have to say about the forwards. On the defensive side, people are talking the top 8 defensemen. Mike Babcock wants 4 right, 4 left defensemen. That might have to alter because of the skill set of some defensemen and who is in and who is out. People say PK Subban, who plays on the right side, should not be on Team Canada. PK Subban won the Norris Trophy last year. He is leading the Montreal Canadiens in points from the back end. So people say that's why they don't want him there, because he's a defensive liability. PK Subban is not a defensive liability. You tell PK Subban to focus on defense, he will focus on defense. He will do whatever it takes to play on Team Canada. You tell him you need him to sacrifice his body and take a block a shot, he will block that shot. That's the type of player he is. That's just how he is. You put him on Team Canada, you won't regret it. And also you can put him on the power play. He's got that cannon shot from the point. It's a win-win situation. He plays the number one role with the Montreal Canadiens right now. He plays against the opposition's top line on a regular basis, and he's producing. You tell him to focus on defense, he can focus on defense. I don't think there's anything else I have to say. That's what I wanted to talk about today. Don't forget to follow TOTsports on Twitter. Don't forget to follow me personally on Twitter, Dylan Avila 92. That's Dylan with an I, not a Y. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Comment, like it, do what you got to do. Tell me what you guys think. Comment. Let's get a discussion going, guys. Thanks for listening.